Welcome to Slaughterhouse Stories. I hope you enjoy the story I have for you tonight. The Letters. You were out of town for the weekend. When you came back to your apartment, your mailbox was stuffed full. At least 30 letters. Letters with no return address, and several of them felt soggy and heavy, as if they were recently wet, or perhaps contained a liquid. All of the letters had your name and address written on them, and many of them had your name scratched all over them in red. They don't smell nice. They smell like rotting meat and old garbage, and you're reluctant to take them back to your room. But curiosity gets the better of you. So you manage to cart them all back to your room. You dump them in your kitchen sink because you don't want them smelling up the rest of the apartment. You grab one that doesn't seem damp and isn't covered with writing, and open it up. There's pictures inside. Pictures of people you don't know, with their eyes torn out, teeth missing, unhinged jaws hanging open, throats ripped out. You're horrified, and you can't help but wonder what's in the rest of the letters. You open more and more, to discover increasingly gruesome photos of dead people, piles of bodies with limbs missing, splayed open corpses on operating tables, with their vital organs removed. Hanged bodies that have been gutted and bled dry. Some of the soggy letters had blood and other fluids in them. The more letters you open, the more you notice that not all the people are strangers. Some of them are people you see at work, other people you went to high school with. By the time you get to the last few letters, the pictures are of the mutilated bodies of your close friends and family members. Eventually you reach the last letter. You don't want to know what's in it, but it's not like you have a choice now. You peel the letter open, and it's a picture of yourself. Not dead, eyes intact, no limbs missing. It's a picture of you entering your apartment building earlier that day, shortly before you collected your disgusting letters. As you hear a door elsewhere in your apartment open, you suddenly find yourself paralyzed with fear. Too close. The little girl liked to walk through a neighborhood near a quiet duck pond on her way home. The water looked murky and grimy, but somehow beautiful at the same time. Hopefully it wouldn't get on her new blue flowered dress. She took her attention off the glimmer and shine of the pond to notice a small parcel tied with a piece of twine. Now any other person would have dismissed the parcel and been on their way. But this girl was drawn to it by her childish curiosity. Picking it up, she saw that it was a stack of a couple dozen photographs. She didn't need to take off the twine to see that the first picture presented a man with a smart suit and tie, who was standing a good 50+ feet away from the camera. It was difficult to make out his face, due to his being so far away, and because the picture was just not very good. But she knew it was a man. She removed the twine and flipped the first picture to the bottom of the pile, revealing the second picture. The picture showed the same man, in almost the same exact position, but a smidgen closer than before. The girl began walking home, invested in the photos. She would inspect the photo and go on to the next. She saw an obvious pattern as she went through the photos. The man shown in them got closer and closer with each one, and his face got a little bit more visible. The face, as it became clearer, could be seen to contain hideous, shadowy figures about it. She looked up to notice that she had returned home and walked inside, completely ignoring her brother greeting her from upstairs. She flipped to the final photo in the stack, and saw what was by far the most horrible thing she'd seen in her short life. The man's face, if it could be described so, was filling the frame, gnashing with horrible teeth and staring with torturous eyes. Blood streaked across most of his face. Several chunks of his face were missing, replaced with meaty, bloody messes. Too Close conspicuously topped off this gore fest of a photo. Her brother was upstairs on his computer. When he heard the horrible scream of his sister, he ran downstairs, worried out of his head for his cherished little sister. When he had flown downstairs and in the living room, he searched wildly for her. After looking for a good half hour, he finally gave up and plunked himself down on the sofa. He moved uncomfortably, pulling something from where he was sitting. It was a neat stack of photos, conveniently tied with a bit of twine. He pulled off the string and looked closely at the photo. He saw a little girl in a blue flower dress, standing a long ways away, looking at the camera. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed tonight's story, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay spooky.